if let's say somebody else who has a same complexion as you, I know the Somalis are not FBA, but they're the same complexion as you. If they're scamming the system, but every other group that didn't have your complexion scam the system to make it through the top and make it ahead of you, I feel like you should call them out at least before you call it the Somalis. That's all I'm saying. You know what I mean?
Where you from, family?
I'm from Somalia.
You from Somalia? Okay, so
Might have to drop a dime on them niggas.
For sure.
You know what I'm saying?
Gotta stop it.
I don't like that shit.
For sure, bro.
I don't like that shit.
right, Somalians and none of them people didn't contribute nothing over here to this country. Dre got deported already. Mickey A player. Stealing that. Yeah, like we don't respect people who steal and rob on government assistance. The government tried that with us, giving our women welfare and stuff like that. So, you know, to try to break up the family. But we was never with the assistance. We had the Black Panther Party that made WIC. They made the breakfast for kids. They had our own clinics. We're gonna have to refresh memories, man. Don't hate them. Work with them Republicans to get them deported. Their descendants will be a problem for our descendants. I'm with them on that. Get them out of here. I'm glad Trump doing this. Appreciate you, man. Yaka Skids. I'm gonna just call you Skids, man. Much love, baby boomer, who delineating from my generation. So proud of you guys, for real. Appreciate you, brother. Appreciate you, man. Make sure you keep supporting, bro, because I want to make this a safe place where we can talk and exchange ideas and coded messages. They celebrate degeneracy. Expect us to applaud it too. We had the pyramids on your dollar bill. All I'm saying is this. We built too much for this country to let somebody come in here and feel like they could steal, and just take resources. We don't want that. We're not supporting that. With the Somalis crying and screaming about not being able to marry children. Oh man, that's crazy. I did see that, bro. I did see that. We may have to get that one on because they marry kids at like 15, 16. And like you need to go do that in your country. You don't need to be doing that here. Kids, let's go. Here you go. I got somebody on. Hold on.
Hey, yo, can you hear me?
What's up, bro? Hold on. Yep, I can hear you. Hold on. Let me pause this real quick, man. What's good? You can hear me?
I can hear you.
Eminem. What's good, Eminem? What's good?
What's good, bro? I was the guy that was talking in the chat. I felt like discussing this with you. I was going to say, you know, like the Italians, like every single ethnic group in America scammed their way through the top. Am I correct or not?
I believe so because, I mean, I think the Democrats are a scam. So if they're going to let you in, they're going to be making money off of you. So you're really not – it's like you're a pet. You know, you're scamming, but the people at the top is really probably getting most of the money. You feel me?
Yeah, I feel you 100%. But let me just give you an example. Like the Italians, how did they make their way through the top?
I think they got allies with Israel and the Jewish people. You know what I'm saying?
No, but it was more than that, man. They had their mafia groups. They were scamming every single system they could scam in America to make their way through the top.
Yeah.
So that's what I was. That's all I was saying with regards to the Somalis. You know, it's like every single white ethnic group that made it in America made it through scamming. But why are we hitting on the Somalis?
Why are we hating on the Somalis? We hating on the Somalis because they're mentioning our black. They're saying we're black immigrants. They're using they're cosplaying us and using the benefits that comes with that black Americans is not getting. You understand? All immigrants, when immigrants come in this country, it's to undermine black people because we built the country. We did the most progress in the country. So we should be the ones that getting the resources. You understand?
Fair
Not
enough.
nobody that's an immigrant, you know.
No, I agree. Fair enough, bro. I'm with you guys, but all I'm saying is have that same energy for the Italians that made it to the system, because I feel like it's an extra energy towards the blacks who come into this country versus the whites who came into this country. You know, like the only people that really should be benefiting from this country is you guys and the Anglo-Saxons, right? All these other Europeans, you know, the Russians, the Italians, they came much later, right? So
Right.
so what's all this, you know, that's the part that I don't get is like with blacks, at least they should be saying like, yeah, the Somalis are scamming, but so were the Italians, so were the Jews, so were the Irish.
But
You know?
name me something that the Italians did. Name me like that we seen that we know the Italians was scamming. Like they was doing like, you know, gangster work on everybody in the city with their people. When did we see them like scamming our system or using the system for our benefit? That, you know, what can
Very
you
good
call
point.
out?
So the example of I forgot the guy's name, but he's a well-known YouTuber. He's a mafia guy or former mafia guy. He was actually arrested for 20 plus years. I wish I had his name on the top of my head, but he got caught scamming a lot of gas stations where he would I forgot the fraud system, what they used exactly, but it was related to the gas stations and how they would get extra money off of that through taxes and whatnot. So that's just one example of many systems that the Italian mafia, and the Italian community as a whole used to get more money from the government. You know what I mean? And until they finally got caught and they were charged for 20 plus years. So I'm not just referring to the crime that they committed, but the frauds they committed to get their way through either being taxed less or getting more benefits from the government.
Right. So I can see that, but I'm saying I feel like we gonna step to whoever steps out of line. I don't feel like we're just, you know, picking and choosing and just trying to do the Somalis. I don't think our people are like that. I think our people are fed up as Americans. We're just fed up of just seeing the same thing, you know, undermine us. So at some point, it's like we don't care who it is. We want, you know, people that's not benefiting us in this country and what we built. We want them out. If that's got to be the Italian, if it got to be any immigrant, I just don't see us picking and choosing. We're ready for all of the smoke to really, you know, get the right resources we deserve. You feel me?
No, I feel you 100%. But the reality of it is, brother, is America is the way it was built. It was through scam, right? The way like they didn't pay any of the people who built this country. They stole the land from people. So the entire idea of America was built on scamming other people. So from that point of view, if let's say somebody else who has a same complexion as you, I know Somalis are not FBA, but they're the same complexion as you. If they're scamming the system, but every other group that didn't have your complexion scam the system to make it through the top and make it ahead of you, I feel like you should call them out at least before you call it the Somalis. That's all I'm saying. You know what I mean?
Where you from, family?
I'm from Somalia.
You from Somalia? Okay, so look at it like this. This is what we seeing right now, and y'all caught the boiling point. But we've been on this. You know, this ain't something, you know, if you probably look at some of our ancestors, they was probably talking about the Italians and all of them too. Our ancestors don't miss. Our history of the people that was in this country before, they haven't missed. Any shot they took at anybody, they hit. So all I'm saying to you is it ain't just the Somalis. Y'all are part of it, but it's other immigrants too, you know. But I just feel like we're not just pointing you guys out for no reason. It's just this is a big scam, and you guys are, you know, deported. I don't think it's by Somalis. I don't think y'all are just running this. I think y'all are being used to undermine our people. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah, no, I get that, and I think it's also political. Like, obviously, like with Ilhan Omar and the Trump situation, like this was a political move. Like, because we know every state, every ethnic group is doing some sort of fraud scam. This is not just unique to the Somalis, right? Every single, I guarantee you, if you go to California, you'll see some of those Armenians going through scams. If you go to New York City, you'll see some of those Puerto Ricans or these other ethnic groups that are going through scamming the system. Every ethnic group in America does it, bro. That's the reality. That's the black reality that a lot of people don't want to miss on. And I have mad respect for African Americans and what they went through and what they built, like the positive stuff, like the Black Wall Street. Like, fuck, I'm very well versed on Black history. You know what I mean? Like, so I have mad respect for you guys. So there's no shots taken or anything like that. For me, if this was money going to Black communities, I'd feel somewhat disappointed. But for what whites did to my country, I'm just talking specifically to my country, although they scammed like right now, if you go to West Africa, bro, West African countries, all of their money, all of their resources are still going to Europe still to this fucking day, bro. You know what I mean? Like, they're still scamming Africa to this day, bro. So when we do it the other way around, we do it
no. Listen, I don't mean to cut your wisdom, but check this out. You said that they're scamming you from Europe to West Africa, right? But we're all over here fighting our fight. You know, we got, like you said, Black Wall Street burned down. We had over 200 towns burnt down, bro, that we built. So you come over here and you build your malls and everything, and you do everything like that, and you don't pay homage. You don't make sure that you look out for the indigenous people. You get what I mean? Imagine me going to your country. Imagine me going over there and you guys were let's say the Europeans was ruling there, and we come there and we're able to build things and have malls and we're living good. You don't think we would get, and we're scamming you too. You don't think we're going to get you don't think it's going to be a problem?
Not only will there be a problem, you won't make it out through the day. You know what I mean? But this is what I'm saying, bro. Like, if this money was going to the FBA or the African American community, bro, I'd feel some type of way. You know what I mean? Like, in terms of, like, let's say if it was scholarship money, like let's say scholarship money that was going towards the African American community, and I've seen that happen where that's something I actually, even as an African, I disagree with. I think scholarships that are meant for Black Americans should go to Black Americans. I agree with that wholeheartedly. But this specific scam operation, this was not money going towards the African American community, right? This was money that was gonna go to other white groups. So at the end of the day, like, this is not money that was going to your community anyways. So I don't feel like you should have any energy one way or the other. That's all I'm saying. You know what I mean?
I feel you. It shouldn't go one way or the other.
But it was nice to talk to you, brother.
Yeah, appreciate you. I got two more in the chat, but yeah, man, I appreciate you for calling in, man. Shout out to you.
Before he dropped. I was just wanted to respond to it real quick because he said, why don't we call it the hypocrisy with like Italian groups scamming and all that other stuff? Why do you want us to call out the hypocrisy now all of a sudden? It's kind of like you want to ally because the focus is on your ethnic group. And my second thing is, like, we already did that for all the other POC communities. We've been doing that. This is why we're delineating, because we've noticed that the energy is not reciprocated. Like I said earlier, you guys come over here when it's beneficial. It's all we look alike. We're all under the scale of white supremacy. And you want to align with us, call out their hypocrisy too. It doesn't matter. It's not none of your money. But when it's beneficial for you guys, it's no, we're not like them. They're criminals. They're uneducated. They don't want to work. So this is why, we're sitting back. This is not our fight. We're not going to ally. We're not going to support. We've already done it. We've noticed that the energy is not reciprocated on the same hand. That's why we're just sitting back. We haven't been at the forefront saying, they're the worst people and all this other good stuff. We just said, this is your battle. We're done kind of defending other groups, especially when it doesn't, when the energy is not reciprocated. Secondly, Somalians also never attempted to align with the black community.
At all.
Exactly.
This
So
one. Go ahead, man. That's what I'm saying, though.
out of the black politicians that they could have. I'm not a Democrat or Republican. I don't think they either one have our best interest. But either the black ones or the FBA ones that are there, they specifically chose the route of getting a Somalian representative over that. So it's just like you guys kind of the community or that ethnic group made their bed, and now you want to ally. It sounded like from that guy, and we're just more focused on our community and developing our community because the energy is not reciprocated. That's all I had to say.
Facts, man. I appreciate you with that, bro, because I needed it.
To have a community, you must have three things to have a community in it. You must have a wholly independent economic structure that can provide goods, service, products, and things for your own people, and jobs and tax spaces for your own people. You should at least control four basic things. You should be trying to control water, food, medicine, and energy to be able to survive and compete.
Here we got Mr. Pollock. He had a cornfield. He took advantage of a free water test from us, and this is what we found in this water. We found sulfur, we found hardness, and we solved these problems with an easy fix of 2 tanks. So get your free water test today. Stay blessed. Click the link below.